Salutations. Last video, I was so bloated. I couldn't even think clearly. But I can't help myself. Whenever I have something to say, I just say it. The other video, when I was talking about cars and the cradle, the crib, the rocking crib, I was actually sleep deprived, but still, I just kept talking. Now, this morning, I was thinking about what's going on in the world. I see it as, the control, the birth control pill. I see it as a Pandora box event. It is threatening humanity in general. Now, the only thing that can, overcome this, demographic problem is going to be a theocracy. It seems that it worked in the past. I mean, as a pagan, I have a lot to say about the religious nutcases, the theocracies that take over and are simply intolerable of everything else. I have a lot to say about it, but it's almost like a necessary evil because it comes and saves humanity from democracy. You see, democracy, it's fine and dandy in the hands of intelligent and wise people, but in the hands of the imbeciles, they literally vote themselves into a corner. They vote themselves into annihilation, into oblivion. So the only thing that can get them out is something else even worse than democracy, which is a theocracy. Theocracies are all, centered around the manipulation and control of every aspect of your life, including your body. Theocracies, the same way as dictatorships or totalitarian regimes. You see, they are sides of the same coin. One is left or the is right. But the thing they are obsessed is controlling every inch of your body, every second of your life, even trying to control the spiritual, which is impossible anyway, but they try. So when a theocracy is established, the birth rates immediately change. That's what seems to have happened in Greece and Rome. You see, democracies became so successful that demographics started collapsing, and the so-called barbarians started taking over. It's similar to what's going on today. The borders are open because the people is not reproducing. So the witches and the wizards that were persecuted by the totalitarian theocracies, they were the ones who helped people with contraception. See, there are specific ways. You can go on a horse ride and have a natural, abortion. You can eat some plants or, excess labor, and it happens, yeah? My aunt, she was some months pregnant, and she was doing some hard labor in the garden. She literally, in the sun, right? In the sun, she overworked herself, and she had a natural abortion. So these are ways of doing it. You don't need pills. You don't need medical intervention. Anyway, they used to be persecuted. Everybody that had access to what kind of herbs, what kind of situations you can recreate, they were persecuted, you see. So to protect the birth rates, yeah. Now another thing about genius, IQ and genius and wisdom. You see, it's not a genetic thing at all. So nowadays people are so focused on this eugenic, way of thinking, or genetic, or gene way of thinking, or what's it called, evolutionary way of thinking, that they seem to miss the forest for the trees. They are focused on the trees and they can't see the forest. Genius happens randomly, yeah, and the more children you have, the more chances a genius is going to emerge, sometimes from average people, yeah. Average, mediocre people, they might have a genius in the family. It all depends on the numbers, you see. If you only have one or two children, you are lowering your chances. So it's naturally, understandable that in these past roughly, 80, 70 years, there hasn't been any innovation in anything because people have, started having lower and lower families, using pills or medical interventions to only have one or two, and that reduces the chances of the emanation of a genius, because genius comes from the spirit. It doesn't come from the body at all. So the more children you have, the more chances of genius to have happen or to happen. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Have a nice day.